On this week's UBC From Here, the STAR program soars at UBC.
The STAR initiative will create real facilities here on campus that will provide real prototyping and testing facilities, focusing on developing new technologies that will enable people to survive and thrive in hazardous or remote environments.
Scholarship recipients talk about their focus and dedication.
I think there is a level of expectation, but I think it comes with sort of the realization that we're chosen for a reason and that they saw something in you maybe that you didn't see necessarily yourself.
High-profile photographer Edward Burtynsky and his connection to UBC and the Okanagan.
I've been familiar with the area for a long time, love the area. And then UBC, I have an ongoing relationship, so I love some of the profs back in UBC and the mothership. But I also have been lucky to receive an honorary doctorate from UBC Okanagan. So it kind of brought me back to a place where a lot of my ideas were hatched.
And taking a unique approach to teaching engineering.
My role is not only within the class. My role is to pass my experience to my students, whether it's an academic or an industrial experience.
Hi, and welcome to this week's UBC From Here. I'm Rosemary Jean Thompson. New federal funding has helped to establish UBC Okanagan as a Survive and Thrive applied research facility. The facility is focused on human protection and survivability, as well as performance in extreme and remote conditions. The research is building partnerships between industry, government, and UBC researchers from a variety of faculties.
Today, in partnership with UBC Okanagan and other industry players, I am pleased to announce on behalf of the federal government $3.8 million of funding through the Western Economic Diversification Fund to enable the development of this program.
The STAR initiative will create real facilities here on campus that will provide real prototyping and testing facilities, focusing on developing new technologies that will enable people to survive and thrive in hazardous or remote environments. We will be able to offer companies that are developing new products the possibility to prototype and get them through to testing.
I think it brings a lot to our research at multiple levels. We're looking at taking some of the sporting and energy absorbing materials that we've developed and applying those to programs that are rolling forwards. One of those is specifically on a helmet liner, where we can use some of the best brains at UBC and the best brains at Imperial and really put them together in a melting pot to develop some of the best products that we can.
This is a really exciting day for UBC Okanagan, clearly, but also for everyone involved with STAR, whether that's Helios and for the UK connection Imperial College London. A key thing that the Consulate General and all of our network in Canada, including the High Commission in Ottawa, does is support and facilitate these sorts of collaborations. So when we see them emerging the way this has done, with potential real world benefit, then it's very exciting for us to be a part of that.
I spent several years of my career working with academic tech transfers, looking at ways of getting the ideas that are coming out of the smart, talented people at universities like this into the marketplace. And I think that this center is set up, it's going to just be fantastic, and we're really proud to partner with UBCO and with industry on seeing some of these outcomes occur right here in the Okanagan Valley.
The university has a good tradition of research and development, but not necessarily taking the product to market or commercialization. So by partnering together, the federal government is trying to marry the two, the strengths of both the private sector, post-secondary institution, to create jobs, growth, and long-term prosperity, not only here for Colonial Lake Country, the Okanagan, BC, but all of Canada.
I would like to thank Minister Rempel and WD for investing in STAR and in turn for providing students the opportunity to work with world-class equipment and facilities. As a member of the ACIS team, I have the chance to work on a number of exciting projects, including working with a UAV services provider to streamline the collection of remote sensing data.
In terms of research for our professors and our students, it will open up, because of these facilities, a lot more opportunities for practical product development and testing related research that for our graduate students will make many more opportunities for research projects.
We recently asked some UBC Okanagan scholarship recipients about what the recognition means to them. The 2014 recipients of UBC's entrance scholarships were celebrated at an annual event recently on the Okanagan campus.
We at UBC are very fortunate that we can attract some of the most talented high school graduates in the world to join us here. We're very proud to be able to recognize you today. You do make us proud. You are UBC, and we know that over the coming years, your contributions are going to make this great university even a more remarkable place.
This is one of my favorite events. You are the best and the brightest, and we are absolutely delighted that you have chosen to study at UBC. And I'm particularly thrilled to welcome you to be part of the UBC family here in the Okanagan.
All of you are why we became professors. We became professors to work with wonderful students who push us in new ways and ask us really hard questions and make us think about things that we never thought about before.
I have the opportunity to represent a high-end university. Not many people can say they received a scholarship from UBC and that they get to have a certificate with the name of the university on it.
I'm in my fourth year of biochemistry, and looking back on what the scholarship provided, it really provided me a chance to have freedom for my academic career and a foundation to get involved.
UBC President Arvind Gupta stressed the importance of giving back.
Now there's a responsibility on you. There's a responsibility on all of you to work hard, to get everything you possibly can out of this institution, to take part in all the activities that we offer here.
I just feel an expectation to make UBC a better place. Like, it's rated as one of the highest ranked universities in the world, and I just want to get involved in clubs. I want to meet people. I want to network. If there's fellow students that are struggling, I want to make sure they're getting the help that they need, whether from faculty, from other students, or from me if I can help them.
I think there is a level of expectation, but I think it comes with sort of the realization that you were chosen for a reason and that they saw something in you maybe that you didn't see necessarily yourself. So understanding that being yourself, being who you are, you're naturally looking for those opportunities and to try your best in everything that you do, and that's really all that they're looking for, and all that they expect from you is for you to be you.
Have a really fabulous time here at UBC. You are so lucky. Every time I come to this campus, I think what a great place to be. This is a place that really cares about each and every student. And we really care that all of you do wonderful things with your life.
After receiving an honorary degree from UBC Okanagan 2 years ago, high-profile photographer Edward Burtynsky was back in the Okanagan recently as part of the Distinguished Speaker Series.
The first thing I like to talk about in doing a body of work that spans over 30 years, and in many ways all the images are interconnected. There's a reason I had to make certain images first before I could actually get to the next image. And that's true for series that I work in, and I work in series, and that's also true for individual images within a series that I have to make one and that informs me where to go with another one, et cetera, et cetera. So that process is a process of discovery. It's a process of thinking through how else can you represent something, often representing what you normally think of as unrepresentable.
UBC Okanagan's Distinguished Speaker Series hosted another sold-out event recently at Kelowna Community Theatre, this time featuring photographer Edward Burtynsky. The Okanagan and UBC hold a special place in Burtynsky's heart and his career.
I've been familiar with the area for a long time, love the area. And then UBC, I have an ongoing relationship, so I love some of the profs back in UBC and the mothership. But I also have been lucky to receive an honorary doctorate from UBC Okanagan. So it kind of brought me back to a place where a lot of my ideas were hatched.
Burtynsky hopes this talk gets people thinking about the world around them.
We're disconnected, and that it's important to become engaged with the things that we kind of take for granted, whether it's our water or whether it's the materials that are embedded in the things that we buy or whether it's our own health. I believe that we're on this road to stewardship, and that's the thing I hope people will take away, that it's within all of us to do what we can.
Sometimes it takes a different perspective to expand one's mind. A new instructor in the School of Engineering brings real-world experience and tools into the classroom to teach the complex engineering and calculus lessons.
I would like always to get my students in touch with the latest technology. So I rely actually on different university programs offered by different technology suppliers, like Cisco, for example, in computer network, like Intel in chip design, like Microsoft when we come to software programming. My role is not only within the class. My role is to pass my experience to my students, whether it's academic or industrial experience. Ayman Elnaggar. I am a new instructor at the School of Engineering in Electrical Engineering Department. I got my PhD back from UBC Vancouver in 1997. Since then, I moved around the world. I worked at different universities, especially in the Middle East. I taught different courses. My teaching was of my expertise more than being a researcher. That's why when I got this job at UBC Okanagan, I'd love to be here back and share all my experience with my students. When I taught in the Middle East, the culture is a bit different. Here, the students coming to learn. Most of the time, they worked hard to support financially even their studies. In the Middle East, the story is a bit different. Most of the time, the government sponsors the students over there. So we don't have this kind of motivated students as we have here at UBC. And I think I'm lucky being here with UBC because we have the cream of the country in our university.
That's it for this week's show. For more stories from the Okanagan campus of UBC, visit ubco.tv. We'd love to hear from you. Send us your comments and feedback to stories@ubco.tv. I'm Rosemary Jean Thompson. We'll see you next time.